Hi guys, I'm Kaycee, I'm 16, I'm from Coral Springs, Florida, and I wanted to talk to you guys about bullying. Bullying has always been a part of my life, unfortunately, for most people. When I was in the 5th grade, I was bullied day in and day out by two of the boys that were in my class. They would call me all these names, and since I'm Spanish, they would always call me like mucho Mexicano, and it was hard for me. Then 6th grade came along and it continued on. Eventually it stopped because I told my mom. And but it was a tough 2 years. Like, I had just moved down from North Carolina, and I was starting in the middle of the year of my 5th grade year, and I was a new kid, and it was hard, as all new kids are. Yeah, and I had lived in Florida prior to that. I was born in Hollywood, Florida, and I went to a different school every year of my elementary school year until finally from North Carolina I came down here to Coral Springs, and I haven't moved since. I'm now in the 11th grade, so that's about 6 years. And then I moved schools, not like too big, but just schools in the area. I went from Redwood Middle to Sawgrass Springs Middle, and the bullying continued. I was always the big girl. Nobody was really friends with me. I had to make friends on my own, and the friends that I did make were outcasts, and I didn't have a problem with that. I am an outcast, I'm an underdog, and I know that. And I made a lot of friends that way. But my best friend today, Maria, we had met in the 7th grade briefly, and then 8th grade we had a class together, and that's when we really started to get to know each other, and we were becoming really close friends. And once we started hanging out a lot, her best friend at the time would she would get jealous, and she didn't like me because I was getting so close to her best friend. So there was this one point where she had made a fake Instagram, and she was writing all these mean comments and under my pictures, calling me fat, ugly, worthless, and it was hard. It was really hard. But I took it to my vice principal, and she was like, we can't do anything about it, just don't confront her about it. And I was like, wow, okay. So it finally got to the point where I did confront her about it, and I was reprimanded, and because she had come to the office crying, saying that I was the one that approached her and I was yelling, and when I wasn't even. I was talking to her in a calm voice, and it's because I was the one that confronted my bully. I got suspended for a day, and that was really the turning point of when I really started getting involved in bullying prevention and suicide prevention and all of that kind of stuff. And the summer of my 10th to 11th grade school year, I went to an amazing place called PALS, Peace Ambassador Leadership Summit at FIU, hosted by NV, which is National Voices for Equality, Education, and Enlightenment. They created a safe space for me to be able to talk about the things that I haven't been able to talk about in a really long time. And it was such a welcoming and open environment. I've never felt so safe in my life. Like, it was the most amazing experience ever. And it helped a lot of the other kids at the camp too. And it was fun. I had a lot of fun. We had open discussions. We did a lot of classes on anti-bullying, LGBTQ, suicide, body image, and That's when I really started to notice that I had a lot of body image issues, and I didn't really know what to call it before then, and it was really eye-opening, and I absolutely loved this program. It was an absolute blessing that the organization that I go to, it's a youth group, they're called Sunserve. They had brought the opportunity to me, full scholarship, no food, I don't have to pay for food, I don't have to pay for board, I got everything paid for me, thank the Lord, because without PALS, I don't know where I'd be today. Yeah, PALS helped me out a lot. I met amazing friends there, made new relationships, and it was an amazing experience. I could not thank the woman that holds this every year, Jahara Sanders, because she's my savior and I love her. She's like a second mom to me. And yeah, so what I really want to put the message out to is, if you ever need anybody to talk to, Jahara Sanders is an amazing woman. Contact her any way you can. You can Google her, and she's just an amazing woman. And Envy is an amazing organization, and PALS is such an amazing leadership summit. So thank you for listening, and see you guys soon.